upper echelon of whatever subject matter we are talking about, whether it's music, movies, comedy, playing at Bond Hall, which I think I got that award. But hey, I'm talking.
So I'm gonna say this, and see it don't matter the circumstances. If you the GOAT, once you win it, it's something that's what make greatness come out of you, because you finding ways to win it when you against all odds. You know what I mean? And it takes a lot. It takes some luck sometimes, but just because you've been there a lot, you gotta win it more than once. You gotta win it consistently.
Yo, what it do? Welcome to another episode of Apartment 4A. Man, it's jamming every time, man. Shout out to Full Circle for the intro.
Hey, look, man, I had to catch myself, man. I was
yeah, get that rolling, man. That's what I'm talking about. Full Circle.
It's jamming.
We'll have but one sponsor, is Full Circle. We appreciate them.
Oh yeah, hats off to Full Circle. Appreciate your service.
I'm about to go through the list again, see what else is banging on this list, man. That thing that was
yeah. I'm a beneficiary of Full Circle from way back when I first started my YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Willie put me on the Full Circle, sent me out some beats, man. Still rolling to this day.
Hey, see, you can't beat that, man. You can't beat that. See, that's why you're on the team. Light skin come through.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, got to do something, man.
Oh man, we appreciate everybody taking some time out to be with us. Welcome again to another episode of Full. I see you got me all in the Full Circle mind. It's Apartment 4A. We appreciate you guys, man. Today we're continuing our series of the GOATs. We have probably the most popular debate, and it's the GOAT of football, basketball, and we threw one in there, man. Greatest Olympian of all time. I think that one is gonna be really, really interesting. Some of the guys running late, they've been texting and saying that hey, they're gonna try to get on. It is what it is. Like always, we all adults. We got kids, we got job, work, and responsibilities, so we can't always be there. But when we can, we try to give it our best. So again, appreciate you guys. Hope everybody's been doing their homework and figured out who they thought the GOAT of football, basketball, and Olympian is. Eric, before we jump in, man, how you been? What's going on?
Hey, man, been doing good. Trying to figure out what happened in springtime, but outside of that, I'm good. You know.
Yeah, it was freezing temperatures.
Literally,
2 days ago. And today it was right at 80. I think tomorrow's supposed to be even warmer. So,
Oh dang. Okay, so
yeah. Temperature's supposed to continue to rise until I think the weekend, and then come back down. See, Willie, he ain't here. He already on it. Michael Irvin for all three. See.
Hey man,
it looked like he been out doing the stuff Michael Irvin was doing when he was playing.
I'm telling you, yeah, that was a different time right there. People want to talk about eras.
Yeah, you can't live that life.
Yeah, you can't live that life and be the GOAT. Not no more.
That's right, not at all. No line, no the same lines out there no more.
Hey, look, I was just about to say, hey man, them packs are different now. Your last pack.
Yeah.
Shoot.
No man, good times. So Eric, where you want to start at, man? You want to do
football, I think we start out
Olympian?
Well, I think we start out with the easiest.
Okay.
Which is the Olympian.
The Olympian. Okay, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Who do you got? Greatest Olympian of all time?
For me, I got Jesse Owens.
Jesse Owens. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Solid choice.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead. I'll let you give it to me. Why you think this?
So, outside of him being a black man beating the brakes off white folks, it was in the 1930s when he was doing it. And then he beat some white folks in front of Hitler.
Yeah, he did in Germany. I mean, it's
Hey,
impressive.
look, you talk about somebody coming through in the pressure, man. Ain't no pressure like that.
Yeah, he took the
Oh man.
goal in the 100 to 200 and the 400-meter race in front of Germany and Hitler himself. I mean, that's impressive. You
Hey,
know,
that's the real Olympics right there when they used to kill you afterwards.
yeah, yeah. Well, you won. We're gonna take you around back and show you what we do to winners.
What winner? We ain't got no winners around here.
That was cool. That was cool. I have no argument with that, especially with his impact and what they did for American sports, but even more African Americans and their chance to get out there and be a part. I struggle with this one, man, because there's quite a few people that I wanted to put there, and
Mhm.
so I basically boiled it down to winning. And so I
Mhm.
had to go with the probably the easiest pick, and that's good old Michael Phelps. He the
Yeah,
most decorated Olympian of all time. I mean, it wasn't.
touche.
It was one of those things where, and even though he didn't win every single race, but most of the time when he raced, it was who gonna come in second because you
Yeah,
pretty
yeah, he
much knew.
was. Yeah, yeah. They had his first letter, his first name printed on that goal before he even started swimming.
Before it even happened. You already knew what the deal
Yeah.
was,
Go ahead,
and
put the
so
M on there. We'll finish it up in a second.
yeah, yeah. My other guy, I'm gonna go with Michael Phelps in my pick. I think what he win 25 or 26 medals. No, 32
Crazy.
medals. 32 medals, I think it is, and it's like 20, 21 or 22 gold medals. It's a crazy number.
Yeah,
While he's out there
ridiculous.
doing.
Yeah.
But an impressive person. If somebody would have picked this person, I would have been like, yeah, I can't argue. That was Usain Bolt, because the way he was beating people.
Bro,
I
it was
mean, when you
unprecedented,
cross the
man.
finish line with your arms, why not?
Hey, look, he was beating the shoelaces off of folks, man.
Yes,
I was like, man, I love track and field. I love his era, and even the Jamaican women now they doing their thing. Shout out to Jamaica, but yeah, Usain Bolt, man. That if that ain't his real name, I don't know if he ever changed it. If that ain't it, he deserved it.
man. It's the thing with him, the way he was beating people, like when he was racing Gay. What's his name? Was it Ray Gay or Rudy Gay? I can't. I mean, if you look at the intensity on his face when he was crossing the finish line, I mean, it was like all this
Yeah.
strain and stuff, and Usain was looking at him, smiling, like,
Like, hey,
like that's all you got.
oh, you made it. Happy you could join me at the finish line.
I mean, it was killer.
Yeah.
Oh, Willie say Kerry Strug flipped and flopped over a broken left foot. Hey,
Yeah.
I feel like that's one of the greatest Olympian performance of all time. I don't
Yeah.
know if she's the greatest, but I feel like that performance most definitely in a single time having broken foot doing what she done.
Yeah.
It's hard to top that single performance.
Yeah. If it was greatest Olympic teammate, hard to beat.
Yeah,
Greatest Olympian though,
yeah,
can't win if you can't compete.
yeah. That's true. That's true.
That's what it comes down
And
to.
even not to take nothing away from Kerry, and I know this probably be a little controversial, but I feel like Simone was better. And
Yep.
only with, and they all were young, but
Mhm.
Simone was
Oh yeah,
ridiculous.
dominated.
Yeah,
Like what
dominate.
JP
That's
say,
what it was. Yeah,
dominate. Gotta
dominate.
dominate.
Yeah. Oh, Felicia already got her basketball pick in there. She going back. AI.
Yeah.
I'm so
Hey,
glad you came in there and put in your
yeah,
favorite player. That's awesome.
yeah. AI gonna appreciate that vote.
Yeah, yeah,
Even he
yeah.
don't believe that.
Now,
uh,
AI might have been one of the more impactful players in basketball.
oh yeah, one of the
The
first guys
greatest.
to shake Jordan. on TV.
Oh man, but yeah, that's. I think the Olympian is. I was hoping everybody was able to get on because I was interested to see what everybody thought or how many people actually watched the Olympic Games.
Oh yeah,
And even with us, with the two we picked two people from the summer games. You know, there's still the
yep.
winter games. It's still an
Yeah,
Olympics. It
they ain't
just ain't
touched
the
the
same.
Summer Olympics. Yeah. I don't watch them winter games and them spring game, lunchtime game. All them other games don't count, man. Summer games are bust. You
I
see
will.
the weird stuff they doing where they run around with skis and shoot bow and arrows and all this stuff. They making up games, man. They ain't even real games.
They putting all type of stuff in the Olympics now. You know, they got what they were talking about putting. What was that game?
Yeah, they putting video games on Olympics, esports.
Oh yeah, esports. They were talking about putting in cornhole or something like that. It was one game. I was
Cornhole,
like,
yeah,
what?
cornhole. I think it's gonna be in there. Trying to think of what other crazy game.
Yeah, man.
They were talking about putting cup stacking in there at one point.
Hey,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the rating's that bad, but doggone, man.
I feel like the thing with the Olympics is there's certain sports everybody want to see, and
Yeah,
so they're trying to find stuff to keep people watching. Like everybody may not be interested in um, high diving or whatnot, but if you watch them, man, it takes some athletes to even do that.
oh yeah.
Everybody may not be interested in was it water polo or whatever, but
Hmm.
still in all the same, man, you got to be in some outstanding shape to kind of get those things done. So
Yeah,
check
I
out the
mean,
Olympics, everybody. Don't sleep on
yeah,
the Olympics.
yeah. I mean, it's not saying don't take talent, but it's like it's a lot of folks doing stuff that's talented that don't really warrant no recognition. I'm sorry.
Willie say care, care, care. I'm sure we're talking about Simone Biles. But
Yeah,
let's go and slide to the next one. We ain't gonna take long on that one. Let's
yeah,
go to football. Let's save basketball for last. Let's go to football.
yeah.
Greatest football player of all time. And my thing was, I know we kind of went back and forth about this a little bit. Did we want to do positions or whatnot? I
Yeah.
think I think the football player is an interesting thing because football is such a team sport, and how to make it kind of an individual thing is what makes it unique. If you're somebody think you're good enough that your individual presence kind of change the game in itself.
Hmm.
So what do you got? Greatest football player of all time.
Me, I got Peyton Manning.
Peyton, man, you just could say that other guy name.
Hey, look, for what? Look, I'll say this. What Peyton Manning did with the Colts is evident when he left. We ain't been able to do nothing since he left. Even rotating other quarterbacks in is just not like the impact that he had when he was there. Like it was crazy, man.
I
The
mean,
thing is with the Patriots were a lot more like role players. Like you had people that were great statistically and good at playing their position and stuff. But I think that system had a lot more to do with them winning.
so a lot more. You give Belichick a lot more the credit than you give
Yeah,
Tom Brady for the things that were done.
definitely. Because I think if Tom Brady would have came up behind a quarterback in another system, he wouldn't have been as great. Because it's like that formula, that team was built for a quarterback like him, and then Belichick just you know coaching his doggone hoodie off. Shoot, but that's like I say, Peyton Manning. I'm a little biased though, so
Yeah, you're a Colts fan. So
yeah,
for me, the greatest football player, and appreciate everybody for being here. Please put in who you think the greatest football player of all time is. For me, it is quite simple. It is easy. The GOAT of football is none other than Jerry Rice. I know everybody thought I was gonna say Tom Brady. It ain't Tom
Okay.
Brady. It's
Nah,
Jerry Rice.
I agree that it ain't Tom Brady.
Because it's Jerry Rice. It is Jerry Rice, and it's easy. My thing is nothing against a quarterback and what he does. He does play one of the most, if not the most important position
it, it is the
on
most.
on the field, or at least on offense, most definitely. Um, and I understand that even through all that, you got to have, some type of quarterback as a receiver to be
Yep.
able to accomplish the thing that you accomplish. But even with that, despite
Mhm.
the fact that you don't get to touch the ball unless the receiver decides, quarterback decides to throw it to you, and you still break all the records as a receiver can do, and then some by landslide. For example, outside of quarter, you take quarterbacks out the situation because, and quarterbacks is not in this stack. They're not even in this. They have their own statistical thing. So when you look it up and say who has the most touchdowns of all time, quarterbacks aren't listed.
Mhm.
Most touchdowns of all time, number one is Jerry Rice. He's the only person, including running backs, to have over 200 touchdowns. That's including running backs.
Yeah. I mean, who was that guy tossing the ball to him though?
He did have some of the greatest quarterbacks to throw it to him. He had Joe Montana. He also had Steve Young. That's true. But at any
Yeah.
time, one of those quarterbacks could have said, I ain't throwing this to you.
Well, I mean, then they wouldn't be one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. They like winning.
That's what I'm saying.
Jerry Rice helped them win, but without him, he'd be a nobody.
Hey, but he won with two different quarterbacks.
Two different Hall of
And
Fame
neither
quarterbacks.
one of them won a Super Bowl without him.
Hey, it was a dynamic duo. This ain't the greatest dynamic duo of all time. This is the greatest player.
Jerry Rice is a 3-time Super Bowl winner, 1-time Super Bowl MVP, 10-time All-Pro. He is all-time leader in touchdown, receiving touchdowns. Obviously, if he's in touchdown, also receiving touchdown, receiving yards, receptions, and it's none of these are close. Like with touchdown, he has, I want to say, 30 touchdowns more than the second place person. And for an active player, he's like almost 65 touchdowns more for any active player that's closest to him.
Sound like cheating.
It sounds like cheating.
I don't mean to tarnish his legacy. Mississippi all the way. Sound like cheating, man.
No, I'll tell you, he leads the NFL in all-purpose yard with 23,546 yards.
Who's second?
I had to go back and look and see who was second.
A lot of yards, man.
It's a lot of yards, man. It's a lot of all-purpose yards. He has 197 receptions, touchdowns. And he has a total of 208 touchdowns total. The next closest person to him on touchdown is at 175.
Dang. Who is?
It's Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Fitzgerald is number 2. And that's including running backs. You talking about somebody who they don't even have to catch it. They just somebody give them the ball and run.
Yeah. I mean, he played in a time where running backs were a lot less of a passing target. So
yeah,
they were throwing the ball more.
And the team that he played for, they threw the ball more because he was on one of the first teams to do the West Coast offense thing.
Yeah.
I had it backwards. Number 2 in not Larry Fitzgerald's number 2 in receiving touchdown, but in touchdown all times is Jerry Rice, Emmitt Smith, LaDainian Thomas, Randy Moss. Jerry Rice is at 208, Emmitt Smith is at 175.
Dang.
The closest active player to him Um, uh, did Frank Gore retire? Has he officially retired?
Uh, thought he did.
Mm.
He was next.
If Frank Gore's officially retired, he has 100 touchdowns.
That's it.
He has 100. Jerry Rice got 208. And if Frank Gore, if he officially retired, he's number 3 all time rushing. The closest person to him that's playing is Devontae Adams with 87. That's actively playing.
The boys got a long way to go.
A long way to go.
Man. That's pretty great. That's pretty great. I mean, it ain't Peyton Manning, but that's pretty great.
Oh man, Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice was the receiver that everybody modeled themselves afterward.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was never a question who was the best receiver of all time. You can argue between Tom Brady, Joe Montana, Peyton Manning. You know, some people like to throw Drew Brees and Dan Marino. You can make that argument about who's the greatest quarterback of all time. But when you say receiver, there is no argument.
You're right. Yeah, he definitely got that receiver spot on lock.
Is on lock. And when you look at it all based on all the players and what they done, Jerry Rice doing it. If Jerry Rice had been a running back, oh man, he'd have demolished some stuff.
Look, they would have had to change the name of the league.
Yeah.
The Jerry Rice League. Boy.
Because it just been unstoppable, man. It just Jerry Rice did it all. Karen say she was about to say Emmitt Smith, even though he's on that team and she don't like it.
Oh. Yeah, Emmitt up there too.
Yeah. I mean, Emmitt got 175 touchdowns. He's the leading rusher for the league. But, you know, even with Emmitt, with the amount of touchdowns that he has in the leading rusher, people that wouldn't even there's not a lot of people, mostly Cowboy fans, that say Emmitt Smith the greatest running back of all time. Most people go Walter, Barry, Jim Brown, Emmitt Smith. He may be in the conversation, but he normally ain't number one.
Yeah, it ain't a no-brainer.
Yep.
Yeah.
So mine is Jerry Rice. Anybody that's in here watching, man, please put in who you think is the greatest football player of all time. So we're moving on. I don't know where everybody is, so we're going to keep moving, man. We ain't going to hold them, and no reason to try to hold them if they ain't going to be here. Probably the most talked about thing in the last probably 5 years. Who's the greatest basketball player of all time, especially these last 2 years. With the amount of documentaries that came out, records that have been broken, championships that have been won. Who's the greatest basketball player of all time? Who you got? The GOAT.
It's still hard to say. Man, I gotta go.
Let me help you out.
I gotta go LeBron, man.
It's Michael Jordan, man.
I gotta go LeBron.
You've been blind. You have been misinformed.
Well, I'm just thinking about like the totality of his career, like out the gate, like he immediately like made an impact.
So
like he didn't know how to shoot, but like him being on the court like changed the team. Like it took a team to instantly like playoff contention, like out of high school. And then the fact that he was that young and started out playing at that level and only got better. Like he didn't flop, he didn't get stale. You know, he actually like got better basketball IQ, you know, shooting and scoring ability. And then he did it with multiple teams. Like he showed he had that impact with multiple teams. Winning championships for multiple teams, which is difficult. And then just like his, his image, like, and being in the age of social media, everybody got cameras and everybody constantly watching you, recording you, documenting everything about you. He kept his nose clean the whole time, kept his family together. You know, I, he's, I think on both sides, on and off the court, as a basketball player, you can like model yourself after him, which I think is huge.
Okay. I still say it's MJ.
Mhm.
My thing, kind of the same stuff. As far as who they were, how they came in. Yes, LeBron came in at a younger age than MJ. But if you think about it, at that time it wasn't allowed.
Mm.
So you have to do what you can do within the rules, and they both did. They both did what they could do within the rules.
Mm.
Um, and I look at it as a whole. The way I look at basketball is probably a little different from everybody else. I look at it and say, no player came into the league and immediately was the champion guy that came in, got on the team first, even second year, as the guy won a championship. That's out the window. Nobody did it. You know, if they did, they were just a bigger than their life talent, or just was just that much of a disadvantage. And if I'm missing somebody, I can take that. So I look at it like this: well, give me the 10 best seasons of anyone's career. You know, I feel like Jordan had a prime, so did LeBron have a prime. LeBron's still playing, people can argue, and he's still playing at a high level. I'm not saying they did not, but he most definitely is not in his prime, you know.
No,
So
no.
if I take the 10 best years of LeBron, the 10 best years of Jordan, and I compare them apple for apples, to be Michael Jordan wins. And it
Yeah.
ain't. And I know folks say, "Oh, you're just gonna say it's a championship." It ain't just championship. Of course, Jordan got 6, LeBron got 4. That is what it is.
Yeah.
But at the same, Jordan got 5 MVPs, and one of his MVP years in 1988. And if we don't want to count that one, since that is not in his best 10, but if you look at it, it is 88 to 98, or would you say 88, 88, 89 to 98, 99. He won the
Yeah.
MVP and the defensive player of the year in the same year. He's been
Yeah.
on the defensive player. I mean, defense, all defensive team, 10 times, scoring champion 10 times. Um, Outside of MVPs, whatnot, even led the league in steals. People forget how good of a defensive player
They were
Michael
scared
Jordan.
of him.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, and it wasn't just all offense. People forget about it. And I know folks say, well, LeBron is gonna, and he is. He's in the top 10 in 3 statistical all-time stats. That's been scoring, where he's number 1, rebounding, and assists. No, not assists, not rebounding, scoring, assists, and steals. I'm sorry, scoring, assists, and steals. He's top 5 and 2, and that's scoring and assists. People may not realize that Michael Jordan is top 5 and 2 stats as well. He's number 5 in scoring, and he's number 4 in steals all time. That's how good of a defensive player he is. He's number 4 in steals all time.
Yeah.
And so for me, it wasn't just, I feel like with the stats and stuff like that, we can go tit for tat. This stat more like LeBron is averaging 7 rebounds a game. Michael Jordan averaged 5. LeBron averaged 7 assists a game. Michael Jordan averaged 6. LeBron is 27 points. Michael Jordan is 30 points. It's tit for tat when you look at these little stats like that. So at the end of the day, it comes down to top accolades and winning. And at the end of the day, Michael Jordan did more of both.
Yeah, I thought we said something about putting together like a little matrix, like a little point matrix to
Yeah,
weigh
yeah.
each category and
And we
to
should do
try to
that.
take stuff into account. Yeah,
I-
that'd be interesting. Like I say,
Yeah,
because I think that if Jordan, with the way he was, if they got out, I don't know if he'd had the same. Not saying he would have the same impact, but just like legacy, memory wise.
about the
I don't know.
gambling.
Well, the gambling, him being, widely regarded as, being like a terrible, terrible guy, like as far as like just how he treated people. Um, but then again, Magic got AIDS, and he's still Magic, so
They
that
love
might
man.
not impact anything.
Yeah. And and LeBron has a great impact on the game. I'm one of the few people who's not gonna discredit anything LeBron did. I understand LeBron greatness, um, and the impact that he had, especially on the upcoming superstars. But Jordan is kind of the same way.
Yeah,
Jordan had that impact. Jordan is why LeBron is LeBron. Like
yeah,
LeBron had Jordan look to, and what everybody say, LeBron was wearing 23 in high school. He wasn't wearing
yep,
6 and 8. He was wearing 23. I
yep.
guarantee you, because of Michael Jordan.
Oh
You
yeah,
know, Michael Jordan, even to this day, Michael Jordan ain't played basketball in what 23 years, 24 years,
hmm,
and he's still the highest selling shoe athlete today. Not just of all time, just if you looked at today, he's still the highest selling year to year. Michael Jordan,
yeah. I can see that.
Michael Jordan. I mean, because and the thing is, a lot of players who have shoes, they have their version of J's. It's
Yeah,
not
under
just
the Jumpman
yeah, it's
brand. Yeah,
all under that. You know, maybe when it's all said and done, LeBron will get the movie about how we decide to make the LeBrons or whatnot, but they
hmm,
there's a movie based on how they made a shoe Michael Jordan endorsed.
yeah,
It's about the shoe. It ain't
yeah,
even about how good of a basketball player. It's about how they convince him to endorse the shoe.
yeah. That is smooth. I still stick with LeBron though, man.
Hey, that's your
Yeah,
pick. That's your pick. As wrong as it may be, it's still yours.
yeah.
I'm just saying. You seen the commercials.
Uh, which
You
one?
seen the commercials. You ain't never heard nobody. Hey, I want to be like LeBron, but everybody want to be like Mike.
Man, stop it. There's plenty of
Everybody.
people want to be like LeBron.
You ain't heard. You ain't seen the commercial though. It's be like Mike. Like Mike.
Yeah, yeah,
McDonald's, be like Mike. Coca-Cola, Gatorade, Michael Jordan.
yeah. Same thing for LeBron. Everybody want LeBron on their stuff, so he'll sell it.
LeBron ain't selling them a Sprite.
And tacos on Taco Tuesday.
Taco Bell, mess your stomach, boy. You eat Taco Bell and Sprite, boy. You be in the bathroom.
Say that's a night on the toilet starter kit, huh?
No, laxative right there, boy. Yeah, I'm gonna grab one of these Sprites and eat them tacos, LeBron, and do it.
Exactly. Like, honey, where you going? I'm going to the bathroom. I thought you about to eat. I am. I need to be ready.
I gotta clear everything out so this Taco Bell can move.
Hey, look, I'm just gonna eat it on the toilet. Cause I know where it's going. I don't want to take no chances.
That's how it is, man. I like I said again, I'm not here to bash LeBron. As you see, I made my argument, but for the most part, just talking about Mike. I'm not into all the stuff LeBron did or didn't do because he's a great player, and I could beg to say he number 2. He just ain't number 1.
So you won't let them have it, huh?
Yeah, a lot of people. I've had this conversation with several different people, from work to other social groups, and it always ends up being Mike did this, or LeBron did, or ain't did this, or LeBron did this, and Mike ain't did that. To me, you don't have to win that argument by bashing the other one. If you go through the accolades, it's pretty simple. Because the only thing to me, the only thing that, for the most part, you can hold your hat on, right now with LeBron is he went to 9 straight finals, which he did. That's impressive. He's all-time leading scorer and is top 3 in 3 statistical categories. That's it.
Yeah, man, it's pretty good.
But it's great. I'm not saying that it ain't great.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I just feel like Jordan, his impact, even to this day. Jordan owns an NBA team. He's about to sell it for $1.3 billion. We all saw that.
Shoot. That's a loss, ain't it?
No, he bought. I think he bought the Bobcat for like $193 million, and he about to sell it for like 1.1 billion. Yeah, it's a crazy, incredible game.
To who?
No, that's just what they said he potentially could sell it for.
Oh, that's the valuation of it right now.
He says he's getting ready. He's looking to sell it though.
Shoot, he found somebody to buy for that. That's crazy for the Bobcats. What's the valuation of the Lakers or the Warriors?
Oh, you don't even want to buy the Lakers. That's
well, I mean, just like the Lakers is a significantly more, storied franchise,
yeah.
than the Bobcats. Have the Bobcats ever won a finals?
No, Bobcats ain't. I don't think they ever won a playoff game. Not series game.
Hey, that set in. It took like 3 realizations to set in. It was like, wait a minute. They never won the finals for real? Wait, they never won in the playoffs?
At all.
That means they never won a playoff game.
Yeah, I don't think they won a game. I know they won no series. I don't think they won a game. Michael Jordan is about to sell. This is I forget who this is on Twitter, but Michael Jordan is about to sell the Charlotte Hornets franchise. He paid $180 million for the team in 2010. The franchise is now worth $1.77 billion.
I need to see what the.
That's a crazy. That's how you invest, people. That's how you.
Shoot. You can't print that kind of money, bro. That's like 1,000% return. Yeah.
So
crazy.
They say he did come back and pay another $275 to become majority stakeholder, but it's still, if you look at totality, he just $400 million in. So he gonna make another $600 million. Well, really, he gonna make. He actually gonna make right at the billion.
So that sounds about right. The reason I say that, I looked up the Warriors' worth. It says the team's worth $7 billion. Money just don't mean nothing no more. They just numbers.
Yep. I don't even know where you get that money from.
I know where you get it from.
Yeah. So the Golden State now, and that just happened. They worth $7.57 billion within the last couple of years. The Knicks ain't won a championship since 1976.
Mm-hmm.
Now they've won a few playoff games here and there. They haven't been to the finals since I think 93 when they played the Bulls. Or they played the Lakers that year. They lost the conference finals. They ain't been to a conference finals since they played the Bulls in like 1993.
Oh, okay. Not the playoffs, but the conference final.
Yeah, the Eastern Conference. They ain't been to a NBA final since 76.
Yeah.
And they worth $6.5 billion.
That makes sense. That's what I was saying. That's why I said like either the Warriors or the Lakers, because
And the Lakers is 6'4", 6.4.
I figured they'd be close. You know, the Warriors they're a younger team, but they've been winning and got, Hall of Famer or two over there.
Yeah. So it's crazy, man. With Michael Jordan, I'm just saying, just in general, the worst thing Michael Jordan has done in his basketball career, from playing basketball all the way up him to being the owner, was trying to be the manager of the Charlotte Bobcats. Because he ain't that. The general manager, he don't know how to evaluate talent, because he been terrible. I give you that. Terrible.
Hey, look. and then he disliked losing too much. They said when he was the manager, he'd be tearing up the whole locker room.
Oh man, they said I think I was listening. I can't remember the guy's name, but he was playing for the Bobcats, and they had even lost the game or just won. Even they were celebrating because they won a game, or they had just lost the game by a lot. Say Jordan came in his 50s, laced them up, played with the players on the bench, and beat the starters by like 30.
Yeah, I heard that.
And it's like
y'all boys trash.
Y'all trash.
All of y'all.
He walked down there, told the folks, "Don't even wear my shoes. Take the J's off." I don't even want y'all wearing J's. Y'all terrible.
He definitely beat the J's off of them that day. Shoot. Oh,
But yeah, that's what it is, though. Man, I hate everybody couldn't make it, but we know what it is. We got me and you, at least. We have MJ and LeBron, Jerry Rice and Peyton Manning, and Jesse Owens and Michael Phelps.
Yep.
That's pretty solid list. I mean, I can't argue too much on that.
Yeah, the GOAT is on each one of them lists. we got it right, Rod.
Yeah. And you know how we got it, because can't nobody else tell us we do.
Exactly.
If it's wrong, you should have been here to make your point.
Hey, exactly. It's too late.
It is what it is, man. Well, we appreciate everybody for taking some time out to kick it with us. Like always, we're gonna be here every Wednesday at 9:00. And just a reminder, you can find us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, and now on Amazon Podcasts. You can find us there as well. So anywhere where you listen to your wonderful podcast, you can find us. So like always, you ain't got to go home, but you gotta get up out of here. Peace.
Full circle.
You are the upper echelon of whatever subject matter we are talking about, whether it's music, movies, comedy, playing at Bond Hall, which I think I got that award. But hey, I'm talking.
And I'm gonna say this, and see, it don't matter the circumstances. If you the GOAT, once you win it, it's something that's what make greatness come out of you, because you finding ways to win it when you against all odds. You know what I mean? And it takes a lot. It takes some luck sometimes, but just because you've been there a lot, you gotta win it more than once. You gotta win it consistently.